YouTube channel. So today I'll be doing the fox eye makeup look. If you want to know how I came about this look, just watch the rest of the tutorial. It's not that hard.
Disgusting.
Actually no, I lied. But before you go anywhere, make sure you like, comment and subscribe. Like and comment, like this post right no, I'd really appreciate it. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video. There is no way I'm ever gonna get how to position this damn camera. I really don't know what I'm doing. Like, if I've placed it, I'm guessing the outcome was banging, so I'm now ready. Alright, so first off, you're gonna make sure that your skin is prepped. My edges are looking dirty as hell. Okay, so now I'm putting on some primer. I'm going to link the primer down below, but I'm basically just putting it on my face and then using this foundation brush and applying it onto my skin. Next, I'm getting my Revolution concealer and placing it onto my eyelids using my Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush to blend it out evenly, like so. I'm now using my RCMA powder to set my base and using my James Charles my English use my James Charles X Morphe palette. I am going to start with a transition shade. So I'm gonna start off with this brush. I'm gonna go into the lighter brown. Tap 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 tap. So I'm putting it on the outer parts of my eye. First I dab on the colors before I blend it out, just so it's easier. I then go in with my fat fluffy brush and I basically fluff it out. You fluff out the edges, you don't press too hard if you don't want it to be looking yaga yaga. Because doing fox I needed to drag out as well. You're gonna go in with the darker brown. I'm gonna use this brown shade.
For help with that question, go to the help and feedback section of the
So now we're going into the I think I'm an MU dinner. Don't even know what it's called. It's basically underneath the transition shade. So I'm assuming this part is like the crease or something. Oh, if you're a beginner, I suggest you do both eyes at the same time. It's just easier that way. I do it separately because I'm lazy. This is the brush I'm using. It's called a detail brush. A detailer brush to cut my crease with. Right, so I'm now using the lighter pink shade from the palette and then tapping that onto my crease. I also changed my brush to a flat brush because I realised that the application was a lot easier. Onto my eyeliner next, where I make a line outwards and then go inwards again. I then fill it into the desired shape that I want, I guess. As you can see, that's the shape of the eyeliner that we're trying to go for. And then what you need to do is get eyelashes. I'd recommend getting cheap ones for this one. And you cut the tip of your eyelashes and then you put eyelash glue on it, of course. I then go over my eyeliner just to make it perfect, and then repeat the same eyeshadow process on the other eye. Okay, so the next line of business is the foundation. I believe I'm using the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate in shade C13.2. I think so. I'm not too sure. And I'm basically going to use my Real Techniques 200 to what's the word? Like spread it around my face basically. Now onto my favourite part, which is concealer, and I'm just going to put my LA Girl on my forehead, nose, upper lip and my chin, and then blend it out with a sponge. Okay, so I have a weird way of applying my concealer underneath my eye. Don't come for me, guys. But I basically put it in the areas where I feel need to be highlighted. So additionally, I use my MUA concealer and just put it in between and underneath the highlighted concealer. I just think that this provides more warmth to my under eye, and it also gives it a nice seamless blend. I'd recommend it, but it's really up to you if you want to try it or not. Because I tend to crease a lot, I tend to set my under eye straight after I've blended out the concealer, but again, this is just a personal preference. Here I'm using the Revolution contour stick. I can't remember what shade, but I'll probably put it in, I'll probably put the link down in the description below. But yeah, I'm just putting it in all the places where I need it to be contoured. So my cheekbones, my nose, my forehead and my chin. And I'm using the 200, Real Techniques 200 brush again, and just buffing it so it blends in. Using my fluffy angled brush, I'm going to contour my nose. I like to bring it up to my eyebrow, just so it, I don't know, it just kind of makes it look more blended, I guess, and reduces like the harsh lines between the concealer and stuff. I then go over the rest of my face with powder and use my sponge to, I don't even know what it's called, but I'm pretty sure it's like where you're shaping your nose. And then I'm gonna go underneath my eye and add some of the brown color just to make my eye pop a little bit more. Okay, using my Morphe bronzer in shade Venom, I'm just gonna bronze the areas where I had previously contoured. Yeah. Guys, this bronzer is beautiful. Like, I'd recommend it so much. Here I'm just wiping off the excess powder. So using the Real Technique 400 brush, I'm applying some blush onto my cheeks using an upward motion. Next, I'm using the same RCMA powder to chisel my contour and bronzer. With my eyeliner, I'm going back in to fill in the gap between my eyelashes and my inner corner to give that type of fox eye look. I'm using the Becca highlighter in shade Champagne Pop, and the brush that I'm using is Real Techniques 402. So to line my lips, I'm using a lip liner from the African store. I like to make a line in the middle of my bottom lip just because it makes my lips look fuller once I put the lipstick or lip gloss on. And as for the lip gloss, I'm using a Revolution lip gloss. I can't remember what shade, but I'll link it down below. After setting my face, I like to go back in with a sponge. Again, it helps form a seamless blend. Yeah, so I kind of forgot to film an outro, but this is the final look. I'm really pleased with how it turned out actually. But yeah, it looks really good, and if you guys have gone up to this stage, thank you so much for watching my video. I hope to see you soon. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Bye.